Hey guys, it's me, your good old friend Dragon Slayer. I'm here joined with my good friend Yugi Neckbeard.
How's it going, guys?
Today I will be showing you guys my Phantom Knight deck build-up from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. Yeah. Alright, so first of all, here's the first card, Phantom Knights of the Cloven Helm. If a Phantom Knights card is sent to the graveyard, this card gains 500 attack. You can banish this card from your graveyard during the end phase of this turn. Add one Phantom Knights card from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect of the Phantom Knights of Cloven Helm once per turn. You're going to want 3 of these in the deck. And I really like them, so...
You don't have to explain every card. Just...
The next card is Ragged Gloves, the Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves. A dark XYZ monster that was summoned using this card on the field. As an XYZ gains this effect. If it is XYZ summoned, it gains 1,000 attack. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Add one Phantom Knights card from your deck to your graveyard. You can only use each effect of the Phantom Knights of Red Glove once per turn. Again, another key card to this deck.
Alright, guys, so he's pretty new, so he doesn't know the fact that he doesn't have to read every single card to full effect.
Okay, fine. This is the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. If this card is in attack position, you can target one dark monster on the field. Change this card to defense mode. This card will then gain 1,800 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's turn. When you banish this card, you can add one the Phantom Knights card from your deck to your hand, except for Ancient Cloak. Once again, you can only use his effect once per turn.
Alrighty, I'll be explaining the next one. Show Chris how is it done.
Is that my name?
I'm sorry, sir. Show Dragon Slayer how it's done. Now this card is the Phantom Knights of Silent Boots. If you control another Phantom Knight, you can special summon this from your hand. If he's in your graveyard, you can banish him, and you can add one Phantom Knight spell trap from your deck to your hand. In this build, we run 3 of these.
You're going to want another Ancient Cloak, by the way. I only have 2 because they're hard to find. The next one is Fragile Armor, my personal favorite. If you can... Is it right here? I'll be putting it back down, but I'm going to read them real quick. If a face-up Phantom Knight monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, I can special summon this card from my hand. And by banishing this card, I can send one Phantom Knight's card from my hand to the graveyard, and then I draw one card. I only have 1 of these, but I need 2 more. The next card is Mathematician. He's pretty good for this deck, too. When this card is normal summoned, I can send 1 level 4 or lower monster from my deck to my grave. And then when he is destroyed, you can draw 1 card.
Next up is my favorite card. Daddy Ol' Pal. Dad, Dark Arm Dragon. Daddy-O. The reason why I have this in this build is because you can practically shape your graveyard. So if you have like 6 monsters in your grave, 6 dark monsters in your grave, you can banish 3 of them, and they'll be and then you can special summon this guy. It's pretty good. You all know what Dark Arm does, and if you don't, I can put the description in the comments.
Is it only 3? Can you only have 3, or is
You can only have 3. That is a great question, Dragon Slayer. You must have 3 exactly dark monsters to get a Dark Arm Dragon.
No more, no less.
Correct.
Now we're moving on to the spells of this deck. Right now, this is Foolish Burial. I can send 1 monster from my deck to my graveyard. This is good for when you want to use their banish effects. This is the Warrior Returning Alive, so that you can bring out a warrior type from your grave to your hand, so you can use it more and more. I've only got 1 in this deck. I might need another.
Rhoda, because literally all of these cards are warriors except for Daddy-O and Mathematician.
This is Mythical Space Typhoon.
We all know what Mystical Space Typhoon does, my good old friend. You don't need to read it out loud.
Oops, my bad, Yugi Neckbeard. Dark Hole, because why not? I mean, it's Dark Hole. You're going to love it.
And we run 2 MSTs and 2 Dark Holes in this deck.
Yeah. Next is Backup Rider. I have 2 of them. I can target one monster. It gains plus 1,500 attack until the end of the turn, because they don't really have that much attack, and if you want to destroy some stuff, you should probably use these.
Plus, all the other traps gain them attack and defense.
True.
So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Next, it's Dragged Down into the Grave. This is a good card for when you want to send some monsters to your graveyard without summoning them. Just activate it, reveal your hand, your opponent picks one to put into the graveyard, then you both draw a card, and that. Same for the opponent too.
Draw power and discard power all in one card. Wow, what a card.
Combo breaker! Next is Needlebug Nest. This is good for your banish effects. You send the top 5 cards to your graveyard, so if you can send the monsters to your graveyard, you can use more of their banish effects.
Oh, I'm gonna let you explain that one.
This is Shadow Veil. This is my favorite trap card. When you activate this trap card, you can choose one monster that gains plus 300 attack and defense. And if you get a direct attack and these are on your graveyard, you can special summon them in defense mode. They're all level 4. They're all warrior type, dark, level 4, attack 0, defense 300. Then once they get destroyed as their monsters, they get banished. This is Phantom Knight's Sword. When you activate this, you can choose a monster to gain plus 800 attack. And you can banish this card from your graveyard. Send a Phantom Knight monster in your graveyard and special summon it, but banish it once it leaves the field. Next is Phantom Knight Wings. Also, again, gains 500 attack. Sorry. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Phantom Knight monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. Another key card.
We won 3 of the Shadow Veils, 3 swords, and 3 wings, if you didn't catch that.
It's my deck, dude.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This is Pinpoint Guard. The last ones are just pretty much filler cards because I don't have all the cards. So, when an opponent declares an attack, I can target one level 4 or lower monster in my graveyard and special summon it in defense, and it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect this turn.
Alright, and that's a direct attack, am I right?
I do not.
Dragon Slayer?
I do not think so, Neckbeard. Nope, just a normal attack.
That is a pretty good card. Next up, we have Malevolent Catastrophe. A lot of the spells and traps, or a lot of the traps, I guess, require it to be in the grave. So Malevolent Catastrophe not only sends all those spells and traps to the grave, but it's like a heavy storm, so it sends your opponents as well.
Next one is Mirror Force, because why not? Let's say you have no monsters on the field, and this is the only trap card you have. It can destroy all of their attack position monsters when activated.
And last but not least,
Bottomless Trap Hole. This is a good card.
already.
When your opponent summons a monster with 1,500 or more attack, destroy that monster with that amount of attack, and if you do, banish it. And that's the end of my Phantom Knight deck. Just remember that this is not 100% complete, and I will see you guys next time.
But before we go, this makes 40 cards, I'm pretty positive. We have 14 monsters. We have 11 spells, and we have a good spanking amount. 15, to be exact, traps.
Oh, and don't forget about the extra deck, too.
What are we doing? The extra deck. Oh my gosh.
Almost got me that time.
I'm sorry about that, guys. Here we go.
Not again!
Earthquake! No, I'm kidding.
Jake, Neckbeard, quit walking.
Alrighty, the extra deck, as we were saying.
I have a total of 8 XYZs in my extra deck. First of all, let's start out with Dark Rebellion.
Pretty good.
This takes 2 level 4 monsters, and you can detach both of its material to take an opponent's monster's attack, half it, then add it to him. I've only got one of them, and it's shiny, right?
Yeah, it's pretty shiny.
Next is Ghostrick Alucard. This uses 2 level 3 monsters, and when you can detach one to destroy one set card your opponent controls. You can only activate that once per turn. It's got another effect, but I don't run Ghost Tricks, so it doesn't really matter to me. Or if you guys want to add Ghost Tricks, you can. I'll put what else it does in the description. Next is Bujinki Amaterasu. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's 3 level 4 monsters. I can only control one of him once per turn. During either player's turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card. Apply one of these effects. If it's my turn, I can target one of my banished level 4 or lower monsters, and I can special summon it. Or if it's the opponent's turn, I can target one of your banished level 4 or lower monsters, add that target to your hand. I've got 2 of these in my deck, so they're pretty good. Next we got up is the one, the only, number 39, Utopia.
Wow, what a card.
This has
Negates attacks.
2 level 4 monsters.
Negates attacks.
Stop! 2 level 4 monsters, and I can detach one to negate the attack. As you can tell by Neckbeard's rude interruptions. Then we've got Zubaba General. 2 level 4 monsters. Pretty smexy, isn't he?
It is. I agree.
Once per turn, I can detach one XYZ material from this card, equip one warrior monster from my hand to its card. This card gains the attack equal to the combined attack of the monsters equipped to it. Zubaba General. Next, we've got is Carnogaron Antiluminescent Knight.
Anti-luminescent knight. Yes, I agree.
My bad, people. My bad. 2 level 4 monsters. During either player's turn, when another card or effect is activated, that targets exactly one card on the field, and no other cards. You can detach one XYZ material, then target another card on the field that would be an appropriate target.
And switch it to that, a target.
Yeah, switch to the other target. Of course.
I mean, who would we be if we didn't?
The next, last, but not least, number 58, Burner Visor.
And I got this one, my good pal Dragon Slayer.
Go for it, Neckbeard.
So let's say you have Dark Rebellion XA Dragon on your field. And let's say your opponent has just got their monsters attack half. Let's say they have another monster that's going to stop you in your way. You overlay for Burner Visor. Then you detach 2 to equip it to Dark Rebellion. And then Dark Rebellion could attack directly. Oh wow, what a guy. And yeah, that concludes the deck list. So, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any tips for this video.
And don't forget to subscribe and like my good friend Yugi Neckbeard for his amazing help. Let's give him a round of applause. No one else? Okay, fine.
Yeah, alrighty. And then yeah, so if you want, check out my channel, but you don't have to. If you have any tips for my good old pal Dragon Slayer's deck, you should totally say it. And yeah.
And just remember, when in doubt, duel about.
Alright guys, see you later.